Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, internet world and universe, and welcome back to another episode of Not Another Podcast.
I
Hope
guess
you've
we're
enjoyed
actually doing this.
Look, I want to have like something consistent. I want to have a consistent jingle at the start.
Well, I could mess around in Fruity Loops for a bit. Um,
Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah, I think I'm doing
I'm
alright.
doing this as well as I can.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear. As well as one can be doing in England right now.
Strange times, bro. Strange times.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm assuming you guys watched the World Cup final.
Yes.
I didn't watch it because I was watching the Odyssey.
Yeah. But I got to watch that happen live, and oh my days, what a horrible game. The game is so
That
gone.
was such a
Football is so
it was
gone.
such a shit game. It was such a shit game. Like, how is it the game for third place on Saturday was so much more entertaining?
They had nothing to lose, so it was just they just went at each other, and they
Oh
were
no, it's
like,
because they couldn't lose to the French.
that is also true.
Yeah, and it came out 6-4.
Yeah,
Yeah, that must have been a mental game.
that's a truly historical rivalry that happened right there.
hmm
Yep. Honestly, it was such a beautiful game. No yellow cards, no red cards, no dirty tactics,
Yeah.
and they had a clean finish. Shook each other's hands at the end, and thanked each other for the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need
Yeah.
a little more of that in the world, I think.
I'd hope so. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so the first topic on today's agenda is our favorite movies of the year so far.
hmm
Doing a bit of a
So, guys, what have you
mid-year recap.
enjoyed?
Well, I have to start, of course, with the cinematic masterpiece that was Illumination's Minions and Monsters.
Of course. Of course.
I'm
course,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm half
actually.
joking. I'm half joking. Um,
You did say you enjoyed it though.
I enjoyed the first half of it because the first half is a lot more focused uh, on this character, the minion James, and his passion for filmmaking. And there's lots of clever references to lots of classic films, like, there's a shot-for-shot remake of Citizen Kane. The first chunk of the movie is quite funny, lots of clever jokes. Are you guys going to see the movie, or do you care if I spoil it?
I'm seeing it on Friday.
I mean, do you really care about the plot of Minions and Monsters? Actually,
I-
no. It's the best joke. It's the best joke in the film, so I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
But there is
Okay,
one very, very good joke.
All right, just I would prefer you not say it because I do still want to be surprised.
That's what I said. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
No, I meant the whole movie.
hmm
But yeah, I've heard like a lot of good things. Wait, have you guys seen? So this was like made aware to me like a couple of days ago. There's a certain crowd on TikTok that are saying that this Minions and Monsters is indoctrinating children into witchcraft and demon summoning.
Oh, it's like Facebook
People
granddads
have
all
been
over again.
complaining about this kind of stuff for decades at this point. They're never going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied. Don't even bother.
It's the same satanic panic when D&D was getting big, when
Yeah.
Harry Potter was a thing.
Exactly, of course.
It's laughable. It's so
Yeah.
laughable.
It's the same kind of schizo posting you'd see from like some poor grandma on like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it's just
Yeah,
they're making the
it's-
kids worship Satan. It's like, no, they're not. They're not really. Not
Yeah, and
really.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, if you're gonna be worshiping Satan, you got to do it right at least.
Yeah.
The minions are not supposed to be emulated.
No.
I think they make that very clear that they are not role models for people.
Well, the minions are villains canonically, so like, yeah.
I mean, the thing, another
guess.
thing about the movie, well, it's set during like the golden age of cinema, it's like 1920s, 1930s. They are cutting it close.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you're aware of the Minions lore, but they will always find and serve the most evil person they can find.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And in the first Minions movie, they got around that by going, oh, they were all in a cave between like 1860 and 1960, and that was like their way of writing around it.
Yeah, because
Yes.
Not only do they establish that there are multiple tribes of minions, that one of them was active in the late 30s. So,
in the US.
you know, they gotta.
Didn't the creator say, and you can probably like bleep this out if you choose to. Didn't the creator of the minions say that there were no minions working for him?
Of course, there were no minions working for him. That I know. I'm just saying they're cutting it very close.
Yeah. they're risking the like whole people aren't going to stop saying it as a joke thing, like constantly.
Oh
they're,
yeah,
they're
absolutely.
treating the line of like, it's just true at that point.
Yeah. On to movies I actually enjoyed seeing this year. I'm gonna be honest, my memory is not foggy, but the one thing that does, my memory is foggy. The one thing that definitely sticks out for me this year is gonna be Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would say the same thing.
I mean, I'm very unoriginal. It's a crowd pleasing movie. Lots of people loved it. I loved it.
It's
I
an
read the
amazing movie.
book. I went out and read a book for the first time in ages.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and
did you guys watch it in IMAX?
yes, I
Mm,
did.
No,
I did.
I watched it in a bigger
Oh.
screening though, but I didn't watch it in IMAX.
I watched it in IMAX. It wasn't full IMAX. It was IMAX 1.9. But it was glorious. It was absolutely glorious.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I
So-
couldn't get tickets for full 70% at IMAX. There was no way I was getting seats for that. I wanted to see the
To be
movie
fair,
as soon as it came out. I wasn't gonna wait ages just to see if I can get an IMAX ticket.
that's fine. To be fair, there's only like 3 IMAX 70 millimeter cinemas in the UK. One's in Manchester,
Yeah, it's
and
just so
there's
much
like
effort,
2
man.
in central London.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
be bothered, Brian. I can't be bothered.
But like, yeah, Project Hail Mary, it was such a beautiful movie. Not even just the story, like the
visually
it's
gorgeous.
astonishing. Visually, it's one of the
visually
best fucking movies I've ever
stunning,
seen.
stunning.
And it's even better when you remember that that's all practical effects. They barely used CGI for this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
and
the scene with the astrophage above the planet, that was done with holiday lights and chicken wire.
Which is just so fun.
Yeah.
To do. It's such a fun
Mhm.
way to do things.
that's insane. Like actually, no, it goes to show the quality of the craft. Like, you know, how far they're willing to go.
I also
Yeah,
think it's
they definitely went above and beyond for this movie, and I don't think it'll win Best Picture. I'm gonna be brutally honest here, but I think definitely something like Best Visual Effects or Best Adapted
best visual
Screenplay.
effects. I think either screenplay or visual effects. I think it cleans house with that.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, Best Adapted Screenplay is definitely going to go to The Odyssey. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
Probably,
we'll
but
have
to
to
be
see.
fair, I haven't seen it yet.
I
I
think
haven't
we'll have
seen
to
it
see.
yet.
We know you have. We haven't seen it.
I'm gonna keep quiet just because I do not want to rob you of this incredible experience. But no, I mean, like, you know, it is genuinely really, 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 really good. Like, imagine how good you think it is, and then multiply it by 10.
That good.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it in IMAX?
No, I don't have that kind of money.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
wait, man, did you not see people on like Twitter being like, "Oh my god, bro, I'm going in to watch the film for a third time in IMAX." People were like
Yeah, I know-
pre-booking like
I
4
know-
or 5 tickets to watch the movie. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I know one guy who's watched it in every format. He's watched it in large screen, Dolby Vision, IMAX 70 millimeter, and I think there's like 6 formats in total.
Yeah,
It's been out like 3 days.
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
some
he's seen
people
it
watched
6 times.
Some
He's
people,
seen it 6 times in 3 days.
some people have watched
Yes.
the same movie 3 times in the same day. I was like,
I mean,
"Dude,
that's mental. I mean, like, genuinely,
get-
it was difficult to get through once. I mean, I cannot imagine doing it that many times.
I mean, like, I get it, because Christopher Nolan hasn't released a movie in a little while. What was the last
I mean,
movie he
Oppenheimer was
released?
2023. That's not too long. That's only like 3 years.
It's not bad for
That's
him,
3
I
years.
think, but it's 3 years without because Nolan is so famous as a director. It's like 3 years
But to
without
be
a
fair,
movie of his. It's like,
he does a movie roughly every like 3 or 4 years because
Yeah.
Tenet was
He's-
2020.
He's probably one of the most consistent directors out there, if you think about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what Tenet was 2020.
yeah,
You had Dunkirk in 2017, Interstellar in 2014. No,
Yep.
2016.
I mean, like I said, he's pretty much knocking out a movie like every 3 years or so, which is,
Yeah.
considering the quality, that's genuinely really impressive.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he proves
Yeah.
he knows how to make the movie he wants, and that
Yes.
sells. So that's probably why he gets so much leeway with it.
I mean, I just know
And-
Warner Brothers is kicking themselves right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Warner Brothers did not say yes. He went to Universal and did it.
They're probably
But,
I don't remember the detail, but he had a pretty public falling out with Warner Brothers, didn't he?
yes. That well,
Over-
I don't know if it
over
was
what?
super
Over what?
public, but I know behind the scenes they did say him and WB weren't getting along too well. I don't think it was a super
what-
public fallout, but
Not that first time hearing of it.
mm,
Or like they didn't want to make Oppenheimer because it would be too expensive, something like that.
yeah, it was probably just they told him his
so-
movie was too expensive, and then he went somewhere else and made the movie, and it was fine.
Yeah,
Shot themselves in the
But,
foot with that one.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's
Mm.
not much. It's not. I was gonna say it's a bit of a sleeper pick, but it's probably not really. Marty Supreme came out this year.
No, Marty Supreme was last year.
No, it was. Was it December or
It was,
January?
last year.
it was Christmas
It was
Day.
last year.
Because
It came out on Christmas Day.
I watched it in January. I watched it like.
I
in
watched
I
it
also
in
watched it in
January.
January.
So
Well,
I
we're
I
talking
also
about
watched it in January.
films we watched this year.
Yeah.
We want to
No.
get technical.
yeah.
No,
Technically, I watched
I'm
it this
talking about movies released this year.
Movies released this year. Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
cut that
What,
one from
what
the
movies
chopping
released
block.
this year have you in? Yeah, but Marty Supreme. I watched that in January.
Yeah, same.
That
so did
was really not what I expected.
no.
Yeah, no, like, I was expecting a lot more about ping pong, but
Same, I was
no,
expecting more about the sport.
Yeah.
This
Not
is just like
I think the movie did an exceptional job at not being what anyone thought it was going to be,
mhm.
which somehow is even more shocking considering the marketing was kind of just like it's a bit of
Marketing.
everything. It was very
the
hectic.
marketing was
genius.
It
I
was
think.
genius, but it was
Oh,
very
abs-
hectic
I-
and a
the-
bit like, what is this movie actually going to be about?
yeah.
Because especially
Hmm.
that interview, or it was like a fake interview, but like the interview of
Yeah, the A24 interview.
yeah, with
It
Timothée
was about
Chalamet.
orange, burn orange. We're gonna paint
Oh,
the Statue
yeah.
of Liberty orange.
It's just it's deranged. Like
Um,
it comes off like complete drivel, but like it's entertaining and it sells a really like strange.
What is interesting actually is technically that's Timothy Chalamet's directorial debut. That one advert
Yeah.
meeting, whatever.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Technically, it's his
Ah.
directorial debut because he directed it.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really was not what I was expecting. But damn it, it was a ride.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I genuinely could not tell what direction the movie was going to go in.
Yeah,
I think the film
Uh,
I thought the film was going to end and then it just had like an entire another act and I was like
Yeah.
I was like leaning in the back of my seat, like genuinely like in shock. I was like, where is... And then I remember, right, because Octo, I watched it with you, remember?
Yeah. It was in the
The
crowded,
final-
sweaty cinema.
The final ping pong scene where he's fighting the Japanese champion.
Oh
Bro,
my god,
we were like rocking in our seats. I was like, I know he's
Like,
gonna win.
eh,
I know he's gonna win, but like it's
I know
also
it's gonna win because that's the point of the movie.
it's the
But
point
like,
of the movie. But like it's the fact that despite the fact the film was obviously gonna make it sound like he won, it was like the fact I was genuinely excited watching two actors playing ping pong is kind of crazy. Like they did a really good job, I think,
Mhm.
at selling things. I also love how the movie surprisingly, I thought they were gonna get like the Ryan Gosling "He's So Me, I Drive" thing. I thought Marty Mauser
I
was
mean,
going
they
to kind of.
definitely played into that, but
I thought Marty Mauser was going to get turned into another one of those like icon characters where he's a bit very misinterpreted. Shockingly, he hasn't, and I'm quite happy about that because Marty Mauser in the
yes.
movie is an asshole.
He's very
He's a terrible person.
he's very clearly a shitty person.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, people were talking online about like, oh, he does all these horrible things. Why are you rooting? Like, you are not meant to root for him. Marty Mauser is not a good person.
yeah, it's true. By the end of the film, you're not inherently rooting for him as much as you're
I mean,
just
he
kind
does
of
get a
rooting-
happy ending somewhat,
It's,
but I think
it's a bittersweet.
Yes, but he
one.
screwed over everyone in the process.
exactly.
He has no career anymore because he's genuinely screwed over everybody that he was ever associated with. He's nearly gotten arrested multiple times. He's
Honestly, like, I'm surprised that the fucking FBI wouldn't have like a file on this guy by the time he's
by
done
the end of that
with the
movie. Yeah, because the ending's pretty bittersweet because it's very much like a case of like it seems really happy, but if you think in the context of everything, there's still a massive likelihood that he ends up just getting arrested after he leaves the hospital anyway. Like he doesn't really have a good ending. He just gets a moment of respite despite everything, which is what I quite liked about the
Yeah.
ending. I thought it was a very good ending that left things up for interpretation.
It
We're also
definitely
going,
so-
hey,
it
we aren't
de-
making a sequel because we don't need to. And I'm happy.
No,
about
we
that.
need Marty Supreme, not two Marty Suprema.
Two Marty, two Supreme. Yeah, we need
Two
that.
Marty, two Supreme, Tokyo Drift.
Mighty Supreme 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme 2, Marty comes back from the dead and fights vampire. Well, the thing is, right, you talk about this, the original ending they shot for the movie had, God, what's his name? The Dragon's Den guy. Because
Oh!
he's
Kevin O'Leary?
Yes.
as a vampire.
Yes,
Yes,
I
I
remember
was just thinking that.
Which is like,
Mauser.
I was like, that's so asinine, but like, that's so
Like,
funny.
Genuinely, I think that would have been like if that happened in the actual movie, I would have just accepted it. I'd be like, yeah, that's honestly where I see this movie going.
Which is funny because you can see remnants of where that decision making was going. Because the line he gives to Marty near the end, where he's
Is
like,
I'm a vampire.
he basically looks at him and goes like, "Yeah, bro, I have like seen thousands of people like you, and like implying that he's lived for like decades or whatever." And it's like, yeah, I mean, like, it's
I hate your swag and your hustle.
yeah, I hate a man with hustle. I hate it. No, it's like, it's good. It's,
Damn you, quirked up white boy.
oh,
And don't forget, there was the scene where he was, I think, Kevin O'Leary's character, I can't remember the character's name, but he was like whipping Marty Supreme with his belt for some reason.
it was with the paddle. It was with the
Yeah, that was
table tennis paddle.
It was, yes, it was with the
I do find
table tennis
the
paddle.
casting of Kevin O'Leary very funny because when you can see he's messing with a small community in like rural Iowa trying to build an AI data center,
Yeah,
and he was saying all kinds of heinous shit about it. I'm like, he wasn't acting in that. That's just how he is.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
hired a big evil businessman to be a big evil businessman. That's kind of, and they worked, honestly. It worked in their favor.
Yeah,
great.
I respect it. I respect
Yeah.
it. Back to Project Hail Mary for a second, just because there's one thing I do want to mention.
Go ahead.
I think it actually serves a really great foil to something like Marty Supreme, because yes, Ryan Gosling is the literally me guy,
Yeah.
but the character he plays, Ryland Grace, is such a wonderful, positive character.
Oh,
He kind of stole
it's
that.
that kind of like hope core.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people talk about Hope Core, but I think genuinely having someone who is, having a protagonist who is kind and understanding
positive.
and wants to
Yeah.
learn more than anything, I think it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And I think,
Hmm.
I've talked a lot about my love of Star Trek, and I think that really is the kind of attitude we should have towards space. It's just
100%.
one of finding strange new worlds and meeting new civilizations
I know, so
and
I think,
not
yeah.
blowing it all up. Please
Yeah.
don't blow up the space
treating
aliens.
space like a thing to appreciate, and
Mm.
like a thing that like is objectively bigger than us and thus kind of deserves our respect almost. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I
Yeah.
don't know. Did either of you guys see this movie? But I do want to talk about it. Did either of you see Exit 8?
No, I've heard of the game. I heard that the movie was quite good.
I
Um,
went and watched the movie in like a small artsy independent cinema, because I feel like
And
you
that's
have
kind
to.
of the only place that would be showing it.
Yeah, it was one of the only places showing it near where I live, so I was like, oh, that's fine. So I went there to
Mhm.
watch it. Small screening with like reclining like armchairs, like like living room
Mm.
armchairs. Lovely.
Was it an
Yeah.
Everyman?
No, it wasn't an Everyman. There was where I live. There's a bunch of other like smaller cinemas and stuff.
Mhm.
I went to one of them, and
Yeah.
I thought the movie was astonishingly good for I first time directing, and also for a project based off such a simple and not really plot focused concept at all. Like, I get the game took me 20 minutes to beat. The game's so short.
I'll be right
And
back. I'm just gonna play it.
no worries. But it was such a well done piece of fiction, I think. Like, genuinely. The story was really cute, and like the characters were kind of fun, and it was, and I think, because we're gonna get to it, because I think you guys have both seen it now. It was, I think it was a better movie than Backrooms in the kind of like horror
I mean, I've
sense.
only seen Backrooms, so I can't say for
Yeah.
certain comparing it to Exit 8.
This is
I think
my opinion. My opinion
Mhm.
is I think Exit 8 handles the horror of its world a little bit better than Backrooms, because Exit 8 doesn't explain it, it just kind of lets it play out and shows you what happens, compared to just kind of it
Mhm.
shows, not
So
tells you, instead of going, oh, but like you can eat them, and like it doesn't do the Backrooms thing, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
I was very happy
I
about.
was gonna say, Marlon,
Well,
did you
that was
end
like
up
the main. Yeah,
did you end
that
up
was the main
seeing
issue.
Backrooms?
No, I haven't seen it, but I do know that some of like the opinions about the movie. Like,
Mhm.
it's the mainly at the last like 10 to 15 minutes where it starts getting a little bit explanative or
Mhm.
like expositional about the backrooms that kind of ruins the horror of it, which I
Yeah.
kind of get. But then also, given that most of the people seeing this movie would probably want the explainer, I can kind of understand why it was
I
put
mean,
in there.
I think we'll probably get onto this in the state of cinema. I was seeing the Odyssey, and there was a guy like 2 rows ahead of me just on his phone the whole movie,
Oh,
and I I mean, and then when I went to see Backrooms, there were these 2 girls next to me who were just chatting the whole movie as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like a paradox, because there's so much good cinema out there right now, but people's attitude towards cinema has never been worse, and that's
100%.
really upsetting, I think.
I don't even think it's about the quality of cinema. It's also the how expensive cinema is now. Like,
Mhm.
depending on where you're going, cinema tickets can be quite expensive. I mean, IMAX tickets in the UK, they're IMAX 70mm tickets for the Odyssey. I mean, I booked it, but mind you, I'm not going until like the middle of August, because that was the only date I could find that worked for me.
It's booked
Uh,
up till September now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
because
But yeah,
I
August
looked because
15th.
I wanted to see it again.
I'm never seeing this movie in IMAX, bro. I'm never seeing it.
Yeah, I just accepted it.
Yeah, I've accepted my fate at this point, man. Like, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I think IMAX 70mm tickets, they were £25 a pop, and I booked it for me and my mom. For
But
Americans, that's about $33.
I also
Um,
picture if you're buying it for opening night, it was probably so much more expensive than that.
My day, I don't even want
I,
to imagine.
I honestly, I don't know. Don't forget, these tickets were on sale from like last year, so they
The
were selling up
pre-booking was
like,
probably expensive.
oh,
Anyone
100%,
anyone who
definitely.
has the first IMAX screening thing written on their ticket paid money for that ticket, and I am like,
Yeah, but yeah, as you're saying, like, going to the cinema is expensive. It's not like, oh, you're just watching it like in your house or something. You've paid money to go to the cinema
I
to
think
watch something on the big screen. Why
proportionally
are
it's
you?
expensive.
Why? Okay, it's not even just about being expensive. What I mean is, you've paid money to go somewhere and watch something on the big screen. A, why are you talking to people that you're with? And B, why are you on your phone the whole time?
I think
Like, I
having a
don't mind
little,
a quiet discussion, just a little whisper, like,
yeah,
"Oh, that was cool."
like a cool, like that was
Yeah,
cool, like a little joke here and
Yeah,
there, is
but
like
like,
funny. You know
I
what I mean?
think if you're talking about these 2 girls, I don't know what they were. I think we talk about some family drama, some friend drama. I mean, obviously, like that's stuff that needs to be talked about.
Do it
But
outside the
I
room,
paid
like
to
the
go
not in the
see this
cinema.
movie. I want to go see the movie, and considering it's actually quite a quiet movie, I would very much like you two to shut up.
Yeah.
Wow, it was a quiet movie. What do you mean? Like usually Nolan's movies are very like in your face. with
No,
the music.
I'm talking about back rooms. I had two
Backrooms.
girls sitting next to me.
Yeah, Backrooms is
Oh,
a
okay.
very quiet movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is a topic that we'll talk about in the state of cinema.
I guess.
I was
I
going
would
to
say
say,
the Backrooms.
back to Backrooms, I think, because have we? No, you haven't seen it, Mana. But I
I
think
have not.
I think we'll because have you all seen? I think we'll get to the next movie after this. It's been a big year for horror. It's something I think we'll get to.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, Obsession
Yes.
was
Obsession.
amazing.
Yeah, have you?
I need
Obsession.
to see Obsession. I have not seen Obsession. I really want to see it. I just need to find somewhere that's showing it.
I'm not. I'm
it's coming
surrounded
to
by. I'm surrounded by people who've not been watching these movies, bro. Please.
It's coming to digital this month.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But yeah, Obsession.
Obsession's an amazing.
I will
movie.
say it. Look, I'm not scared by horror. I find them incredibly predictable. Like I kind of knew what was going to happen, but damn, it was very different to any horror movie that I've seen before.
I believe.
I think it's good because it's that fresh perspective from a new director.
Yeah.
You know?
A new director by the way, who is I think my age.
Yeah, he's around.
And he made
He's
this
a
movie.
little bit older. He's a little bit
a
older.
little bit older, but he.
I think he's at 20. He's at
Yeah.
25, 26.
But he was he was also a
made-
YouTuber, which I think is also quite funny.
Yeah,
And then,
same
of
as
course, we
same as
have,
the Backrooms guy.
Yeah, Kane Parsons, who was famously 20.
Yeah, guys,
Like 20
he's
years
now
now.
21 years old. Came by.
Mhm.
No,
But
but
yeah,
I mean, like,
with Obsession, he
being
made the
sorry, you finished
he
what
made
you
the
were saying?
movie. Yeah, he made the movie on a $750,000 budget, and the movie has made over $350 million.
yeah, it's pretty obscene.
This is one of the most profitable movies of all time, comparing its budget to its box office, which is insane. And I will say, all of the actors brought their all, especially Indy Navrati,
Yes.
who is the Nikki. No,
Yeah.
not is it Nikki? Yeah, Nikki.
Yes.
In the movie, she deserves all the flowers she gets. She was absolutely amazing in that
Oh
movie.
yeah, she was
Uh,
a star.
Also, she's
people are
really
co-
good at Call of Duty, apparently.
Yeah, she's the COD streamer.
Yes, yeah, she's the COD streamer. Did you see? I think it was at Fanatics Fest over the weekend. Someone gifted her like a very rare copy
Yeah,
of
she got
Modern Warfare
gifted
4.
a sealed, I believe, graded. I don't know if it's by PSA, but it was graded, sealed in a box, like sealed in a proper display canister. Copy of Modern Warfare 2009, which I thought was pretty cute. That was quite a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
2007 Modern Warfare came out.
Unless it was the Modern Warfare 2, but I can't really.
Not to
remember.
be confused with Modern Warfare 2 2022. Of course.
Yes.
I think it was Modern Warfare 2 2009. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
I
like
can't
that.
remember exactly. But yes, she people are calling Nikki a modern horror icon, and I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
well, I gotta go watch this movie. I'll add it to the list
Yeah.
alongside
Yeah.
Tenet.
Yes.
Tenet, I've got to see
Yeah.
now.
Tenet, Tenet was a great movie from years ago. I watched that in cinemas. Yeah, I would say one movie I really enjoyed this year, Toy Story 5.
I have not seen
I-
Toy Story 5.
Neither of us have watched it, but
Okay.
is it actually quite good? Because this is a good time for actually us
Okay.
to find out.
My
from
mum
someone.
liked it, which I don't know if
Okay.
that's a seal of quality or not.
Okay, so I know this is not recency bias because I watched all Toy Story media before watching Toy Story 5 the week before. I watched Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4, the animated Buzz Lightyear Adventures of Star Car movie, and
Oh
I
my
watched
God.
all of the Disney Plus shorts as well.
Did you watch
Oh,
Lightyear?
No, of course
Okay.
not. That movie doesn't.
Yeah, no one has watched that movie.
no one cares. No one cares.
Okay, I did watch Lightyear in cinemas. When it
I
came
did
out.
not. I did not.
Okay,
Yeah, neither
but
did I.
back at it, I would say Toy Story 5, I put on the level of quality as Toy Story 3.
Damn. Okay.
And in terms of my ratings for Toy Story movies, it goes Toy Story 2, Toy Story 1, Toy Story 3 and 5 together, and then Toy Story 4 last.
Okay.
Okay,
To-
I mean, I'm not as versed in the Toy Story mythos as you.
Well, clearly not now. Yeah.
Like Toy Story 4 is by no means a bad movie, but it's definitely the worst movie of the 5 mainline movies they've done.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5, I think, does the whole physical toys versus kids tablets debate very well. It does it very well, and it's done it in a very tactful way, which I really like.
Would you say it's tasteful almost?
It's very tasteful. It's very tasteful. It does leave you thinking a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, there was 2 moments in Toy Story 5 I did cry, and it really does pull on the heartstrings.
Yeah.
I mean, good Pixar movie should make you cry.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, absolutely. If you're not crying in a Pixar movie, it's not a good Pixar movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. It pulls on the heartstrings. I really had a good time, and there was one moment I was completely starstruck in surprise, and I was almost like giddy because it was so cool. There was one
Okay.
moment, it was so cool, and I was like so happy when it happened.
Oh.
But yeah,
All right.
I think
You
that
give
was fun.
you give astute reviews. I will maybe have to
Yeah.
watch them. I will maybe have to.
As far as that other movies this year I've seen, you guys saw Mario Galaxy, right?
I did see Mario Galaxy. I thought it was not good.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was average. My main issue with the movie is that it's constantly trying to do a gag to keep your attention. It doesn't let a scene settle before moving on to the next one.
It feels like there should be Subway Surfers running next to that movie.
The thing is, I feel like the first movie did do that. Not as bad by the sounds
Yeah,
of it, but
It wasn't as egregious in the first movie.
movie
No,
was
no.
still just like a gag, a licensed song, and then like something interesting, and then it was a gag, a licensed song, something interesting. Like it was just kind of that.
I mean, the one thing I do think that is objectively better in the sequel is the soundtrack. They are very restrained with the licensed stuff. I very much appreciate that. I think it's Brian Tyler, I think, is the composer, and he does a tremendous job. I mean, you're riffing off of Koji Kondo, so obviously it's all going to be good. But I think especially the Star Fox songs, I think he does really, really well. The one thing I am going to say is I really wish they didn't reveal the Fox McCloud thing before the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's
is a
kind
bit
of a
of a-
weird thing to announce before, because it's like
I know
goes-
why. I know why, because ticket pre-sales weren't where they wanted them to be. That's why.
Yes, they were like,
You're telling
"Oh
me
my God."
people hold on. Are you telling me people went to go see this movie purely because Fox McCloud's in there?
Furries and hardcore Nintendo fans.
Yeah, you'd get a few.
But to be fair, there's a pretty big Venn diagram between
Yeah.
those two.
You'd get a few old head Star Fox guys be like, "Oh, it's him," and they maybe they.
It's him. It's the thing is, right, in the movie, he is that guy. He is just like
With that guy.
they make
Look,
a lot of effort into making him cool.
It's good.
Look,
Okay.
it's Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell is never
Yeah.
gonna not play a cool guy.
Yeah,
Mm.
as I think it
Yeah.
is very clever because he was in Top Gun. So
Yeah.
Great in Top Gun.
Smart bit of casting for a movie that's not the most smart.
Yeah. Other movies I've seen this year. I did see the Michael Jackson movie. I watched it with my parents. I'm gonna be honest. It's actually it's a fun movie. It has its issues, glaring issues that are pretty obvious. But like watching it with my parents, they absolutely loved it. The movie.
it seems to be a movie that is appealing more to the older generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they absolutely loved it. Like that music was their childhood. I remember my dad saying that with his first ever paycheck, he bought Michael Jackson's Bad album.
Yeah, that sounds about.
I mean,
right.
that's a damn good thing to buy with a first paycheck.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I'm bad. You're really, really bad.
And the
Okay,
great
enough
bit
of
is-
that.
The great bit
It's
is
fine.
it will never get copyrighted because it sounded so bad.
Obviously, I think we saw Mortal Kombat 2 together.
Yes.
That was a fun
Yeah, I
movie.
completely forgot about that movie.
Mortal
which I think
Kombat 2 is such a silly little film. It's
silly. little
really it's really not good in like his story way or like anything like that. And also I think the casting's a little bit but the
Well,
film,
they very obviously wanted Glenn Powell
yeah, they
for
did.
Johnny Cage. and then
Johnny
they
Yeah,
Cage
it was.
should have been anyone else. I like what's his name again?
Carl Urban.
I like Carl Urban. I do like Carl Urban. I like him a lot. I just don't think he's good for Johnny Cage.
He is like if you've played the recent Mortal Kombat games, they're kind of going for the Mortal Kombat 11 version,
But Johnny
where
Cage in
he's
Mortal
like,
Kombat 11 was kind of
It's
funny
still
and really
older.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
yeah, but I
was
think you
Um,
shouldn't do that as the first version of the character that
Yeah.
we
No,
see in
no,
live
no, no.
action.
also Johnny
That's
Cage
gonna be
in
like
Mortal
the third
Kombat
or
11
fourth.
was a bit less washed up, to be fair.
Well, he wasn't an actor anymore. He was like in charge of the military or whatever. I don't
So-
know. Again, no one gives a shit about the
No,
Mortal
the
Kombat
law
lore,
doesn't matter. I was just saying he was
which is
less
just
washed
like
up.
part of the movie's problem. No one gives a shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Another movie, Masters of the Universe. That was fun.
that was fun. We have already
But
gone.
we discussed it earlier on an earlier episode of the podcast. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright,
go back.
That was back in episode 1.
You ain't in episode 1. Nah, you time the clock back and you can hear our opinions there.
Yeah.
Supergirl. Supergirl was
was-
another one we talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go back a few
Um,
episodes and you'll find that out.
Oh, did either of you guys watch Send Help?
Send help.
Yeah, that's the Sam Raimi one, right?
Yes, that's the Sam Raimi horror movie. I think it came out like February or March.
No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. Again, that was another one that was very entertaining. It's very Sam Raimi. Like if you know his horror, it's his kind of like horror style. It's quintessential Sam Raimi horror. I'm gonna be honest.
I
Um,
want to have like 2 minutes to whinge about this one movie I saw this year.
go ahead.
So in was it January this year? I think they adapted Silent Hill 2 into a movie
Oh, I remember.
again.
I remember you told
And
me
I
me
went
about
and
this.
watched this movie, and it is by far one of the worst films I've ever watched in my life.
Oh,
And that's,
I mean,
I say that it's not like it inherently looks terrible. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't even look that great. But actually watching it, it has to be one of the worst adaptations. The worst
is
adaptation.
it a bad movie, a bad adaptation, or both?
It's a okay. I'll spin this. I'll make it a bit more clear. It's a mediocre movie, and it's a horrifying adaptation. Like it's the worst kind of adaptation.
Is it as bad as the Mila Jovovich Resident Evil movies?
I argue it's close. If not, it is that bad.
I mean, I've been watching. Do you guys watch? Oh God, what's it? I forget the name of the channel, but it's Cosmonaut Quickie.
Yeah, I know Cosmo Cookie. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
and
he
he's
does it anymore, but-
he's doing all of the Resident Evils, all of the Mila Jovovich ones, and some truly insane shit happens in those movies.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go into like crazy amounts of detail because Silent Hill 2 has a lot of topics I don't think I can discuss on the podcasts that are very deep. But they fuck up a lot of them really badly. And it's so mishandled, and the plot makes no sense, and they change all the things, and they make the main character a good guy when he's supposed to be a morally grey semi-antagonist. Like he's not actually a good guy. Like that's the whole twist of Silent Hill 2. You've had like 30 years to figure that out. But it's like, come on, are we serious? What are we doing? It's just, it was one of the worst films I've seen in a long while, just from how terrible of an adaptation it was. And it makes me even more annoyed because I played Silent Hill 2 remake last year, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite horror games ever. And it's like, wow, thanks for butchering this. Run over. I am done. That is my complaints over. But yes,
I think it's a good segue to talk about movies that we are excited for coming out next year.
yes.
And one that I'm going to say, I mean, it's already been a great year for horror, but Zach Kreger's Resident Evil.
Yes.
He did Weapons last year, which I still haven't seen.
Weapons
I
was
really need to
amazing.
see it. I will see it. I promise I will see it. But I think, like I said, when we were talking about, between good adaptation and a bad adaptation,
Yeah.
I think Resident Evil is probably going to be a very interesting one to see because there's not a lot actually from the games,
It
at
is its
least
own
in the
thing.
trailer, but the vibe is very on point.
Yeah, it feels like one of the games, whereas the original 9 movies they made.
How
just-
did they make so many? Like, did these movies make a lot of money or something?
I just think they cost nothing to make. I think that was the problem.
I mean, yeah, that probably makes sense.
I
And
mean,
the same director did Monster Hunter as well, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
yeah, I just think the movies cost nothing to make, and also most of the actors just didn't have any work at the time, so they were probably really cheap.
So the 2002 Resident Evil movie, it had a budget of $33 million and it made 103 million.
Okay, so like that's a pretty good return on a movie. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know about the rest of the franchise, but at least
Now,
that one was profitable.
Yeah.
so all of them have been profitable.
That's actually
I-
shocking. How? Or unless they were all just
Who is
cheap.
watching these movies?
Unless they were just
I'm telling
really
you,
cheap.
all of them have been profitable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 2002 Resident Evil that made 100 million.
Mhm.
Apocalypse in 2004 made 130 million.
Again,
Extinction
who is watching these movies?
the third one from 2007 made 150 million. Again, all of these-
$150 million.
That is
also this is all all right, so this is Resident Evil Afterlife 2010, 300 million.
Phew.
300. How much did it cost to make?
Huh.
60 million.
Yeah, no wonder. Like, I'm sure Capcom were like, yeah, sure, do whatever.
Yeah, Capcom just said, bro, you're making us bank. Please keep making these.
Keep making your shitty fucking movies.
Yeah.
Look, critically, it's not that good. They're usually sitting between like 30 and 50%, but they've made bank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, I was gonna
Um,
say another movie I think we're all looking forward to is Tom Cruise's Digger.
Yes, I am
Oh,
very
yes.
into Digger. I am the Digger maniac. I follow multiple Digger Twitter accounts. God, I have to be so careful
You have
saying
to
that.
really like make sure, bro.
Very careful. Very careful.
I mean, I'm calling it now during the whatever the press tour is. Someone's gonna mess up. Someone's gonna say it.
Yeah, someone's
Oh,
gonna
100%,
someone's gonna mess it
100%.
up and it's gonna
My
viral.
money
Um,
is on John Goodman.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said, that does look you know,
It just looks
I think
it looks very weird, and I'm like I'm down at this point. I'm down for a weird movie. Like I'm cool with that.
I think you
Yeah.
know Tom Cruise has spent his entire career being the cool guy, and now
Yeah.
he just gets to be absolutely insane. And I can't. Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm quite excited.
The teaser as well, the original teaser with Own Green World by
Mhm.
the Gorillas, I thought was really well done.
Oh yeah, same. I thought that was fun.
I know some people are a bit off about the trailer, saying it looks very grey, but I think that's an intentional choice.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be this is a very bleak world ruled by, gross old men
Oh
who
yeah.
want to blow up icebergs. I mean, I think
To be fair, when you word it like that, I feel like there's going to be a very particular crowd that does not like this movie based on its quote unquote, you cannot say it, but I'm using the air bunnies, political message.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see what direction the movie takes, because there seems to be a lot of influence from. I know some people have said "Don't Look Up," but I'm personally feeling more of a Doctor Strangelove just from the scenes we've
Yeah.
seen so far. You know how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb, which is I saw it ages ago. I really want to watch it again, actually, because there's a quote that has always stuck with me from that movie, which is, "Gentlemen, you can't fight here. This is the war room."
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, it's Stanley Kubrick. If we're talking about legendary directors,
Yeah.
and then it's being directed by Alejandro Inarritu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Who did a lot of movies.
Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did The Revenant, and he did
Excellent movie. Excellent.
he did Birdman with Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
So like the guy has a strong track record. We're just gonna have to see if he sticks the landing.
Yeah.
Because they are making some big promises. You can't just show clips of all of Tom Cruise movies and go, it has all led to this. And if the movie's kind of
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna quickly read out the other movies I know we're all anticipated in. And we could probably go one by one.
Dune,
Uh,
Dune's gonna be a big one.
Dune Part 3, and obviously, of course, Avengers Doomsday.
I mean,
Godzilla
can
Minus
we talk about Dune Doomsday for a minute because the trailer came out
Yes.
literally earlier today.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
I think this is going to cause some spirited debate. I watched that trailer and I felt nothing.
Yeah, honestly, I watched it and was like, I'm just gonna have to wait and see if I care when I watch it.
I-
Honestly,
I know a couple of people that have said that. I can understand why I can understand the feeling. I saw that, and I'm not gonna lie, I was grinning from ear to ear.
yeah,
Like I'm incredibly excited for this movie.
I
Like,
think
the
it will be
rollout,
a good movie. I think it will be a good movie.
yeah.
But
I don't know if I just
I-
feel
I-
maybe it's because I feel a bit burnt, or because I don't. I think the last Marvel movie I felt like a bit of excitement for. I hadn't felt excitement for a Marvel movie in like years. The only one that I felt a little bit excited for was Fantastic Four, just because the trailers looked really, really good, and then it didn't turn out to be that good. So I was like, oh,
like Fantastic Four is a well-made movie.
Yeah.
It is not a good movie.
it's not like a great movie. It's like
my
it's
problem
a
with Fantastic Four. My problem with Fantastic Four was that it's a stepping stone movie. It's doing a lot to kind of set the scene for something coming up.
yeah.
It's not a
Also,
lot
it was
in its
just
own
way
right.
too short. Like, it felt like that was
Yeah.
a solid half an
100%.
hour cut from that movie.
Yeah, it needs to be a good like 15-20 minutes longer.
Which was annoying
Um,
because Thunderbolt was great. I enjoyed Thunderbolt a lot.
Thunderbolts
We
was
all-
a really nice surprise.
All three of us love Thunderbolts.
It
That
was
was a
just
great movie.
it was just confusing as to why that movie was the good one, and like you messed up Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four
I
never
don't
escaping the
think they
curse.
messed up Fantastic Four. I just think it wasn't as good as it could have been. It's not a bad movie.
No,
In
but
fact, I would say it's a pretty good movie, pretty enjoyable movie. But it feels like kind of
Okay.
hamstrung by needing to connect to the rest of the wider Marvel
Yes,
universe.
yes.
I think it's just
Obviously-
disappointing. I think it's just disappointing that Fantastic Four, like the Fantastic Four, have never been in a movie that is above a 7 out of 10. Like it just kind of stings a bit. That is like I think my
You're
biggest thing.
saying that, but also First Steps is also the best interpretation we've had of
Yeah, objectively it was
Marvel
the
Comics
best.
Fantastic Four.
Objectively it was the
Hmm.
best attempt so far.
Mind you, that's not exactly a high bar to clear.
No. You've got
But,
the original two Fantastic Four movies, which were
I mean, you don't love Fantastic Four 2: Rise of the Silver Surfer,
no,
starring Ian Grufford.
no. And then there
I'm
was
gonna be honest,
Fantastic.
like-
Fantastic is an experience.
Fantastic
I never
is
want to go back.
genuinely the worst movie I've ever seen.
Never send me back, dude. Holy shit, that movie was.
You know what's
bad.
really funny? In that movie, I don't think there are any voice lines between Sue Storm and the Thing.
In which one? In Fan Four
In
Stick?
Fan Four Stick, there are no voice lines. between-
No dialogue, you mean?
Yeah, there's no. They don't have a
Yeah,
single.
there's
piece
no
of dialogue
character
together.
interaction. That's
Yeah,
what I meant.
They
That's
don't
what I
speak to each other, which
Um,
is probably true, and in hindsight makes that movie even worse.
I mean,
Yeah.
but again, that's also part of my problem with First Steps, which was I did really like the focus on Sue,
Mm.
and I liked that. Well, almost everyone got the Remember to Shine, but I feel Reed and especially Ben Grimm were very sidelined in that movie.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the scenes for Ben Grimm were cut as well, like him in the synagogue when he's like talking to people. I heard
Yeah.
that was one of the scenes that was cut. I will say I'm still kind of gutted they didn't keep John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and they
No,
went with Pedro Pascal.
I think it was an interesting. I'm very sorry. I'm tripping all over myself.
Yeah.
I like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
I did.
I think he is. I think he is better than what we could have gotten with John Krasinski. This
also
isn't to say
doesn't
that John
suddenly
Krasinski is a bad
mean-
actor. I just don't think he's a good fit for Reed Richards.
That also doesn't entirely say as well that Pedro Pascal is like the greatest Reed Richards ever. I think
No,
you
I-
could have found someone better, but also Pedro Pascal probably had like the freest timeline ever, and also
He's a big name. You want to put butts in seats.
Yeah,
I
of
mean-
course, of course.
I just think it didn't help the whole like every film is the same thing at the time because every film had
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal in it. You go to
Yeah.
a cinema and like every poster was just his face as a different.
Oh my
person.
god! I was doing a comedy bit because we were in New York a while ago, and we went to the planetarium, and the narrator was Pedro Pascal.
Oh yes.
Yes,
The
we went to the Hayden Planetarium
in the
at the Natural History Museum,
in New York.
and yeah, the narrator was Pedro Pascal.
It's like he's in Marvel, he's in Star Wars, he's in indie films, he's in big films, he's narrating at the planetarium. One day I'm gonna look in the mirror and I will be Pedro Pascal.
I think a lot of companies have calmed down on having him in everything now. But I do think he's a good actor, so I'm not against him being in stuff.
Yeah.
It's just obviously I do think you can only cast the same.
Anyway,
guy
back to Doomsday.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Doomsday
as
trailer
I said-
specifically.
I was saying it to a few other people because there were kind of people that were being a little bit. I'm trying to think of the right word here. They were being very pessimistic about the movie. Like, okay, I get that you may not be excited for it, but the way you're speaking, it's really off-putting for the people that are excited for it, and you're kind of being a bit of a downer about it.
Yeah.
Especially, just shut up and let people enjoy it.
Yeah,
But, I mean, this is my thing. I mean, I think surely, with these companies that have all this money, all this talent, all this time behind them, surely we can expect better from them.
yeah.
No, of course you can expect better, but
Uh,
if the people that are enjoying it already don't don't put a downer on their fun.
Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not saying people can't enjoy it. I'm just making my opinion heard, and
Yeah.
so my opinion, because I went back and I watched the Age of Ultron trailer, the Infinity War trailer, and the Endgame trailer, and I mean, granted, part of it is that I'm not 15 anymore, and I think that is probably where a lot of my feelings are right now. I guess I know how people who grew up watching Star Wars felt when Force Awakens came out. And I think back to those, and there was just this real sense of build up and anticipation across all these movies.
Hold on,
And
you say build up, but the only real build up we had for Thanos was a post-credit scene at the end of the first Avengers movie, a post-credit scene at the end of Avengers 2, a scene in Guardians,
yeah.
and then the ending of Thor. And across those maybe 4 movies, he's probably in there about 10 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
To be fair,
necessarily build up
it
about
wasn't also
Thanos.
just Thanos.
It-
Like Guardians
yeah.
introduced the Infinity Stones as a concept, and then like obviously they
Yeah.
the
there
whole
was this sense of of things coalescing.
Yeah.
like the Tesseract
when-
became important, and that was from like the first Thor movie being an item of like
And I think
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
was linked together.
Mhm.
The Collector had the black and red goo from Thor
The
2,
ether.
the
Yeah.
like
and
No,
No, I
actually,
get what you mean.
so they all bled into each other. There was the sense of this
Yeah.
growing world. Meanwhile, with Doomsday, it feels like, okay, we're out of ideas. Here's what you already like again.
I don't even think it's just about being out of ideas. They hedged so much with Jonathan Majors being Kang.
Yeah.
Because they put all of the eggs in one basket. When all the controversy around him came out, obviously Marvel couldn't stand by that. They dropped him.
yeah.
And
But they could have
because
just
they-
recast him.
Yeah, but the problem, I think this is a problem that Marvel also suffers with. In modern Star Wars has this exact same problem. They are so shit scared of recasting.
Yeah, but he showed up in one movie and a TV show.
Yeah, but they
And
put
the
a
whole
face to
point
him now. They put a
is
face to
there's-
him now. They
But the whole point is that there's infinite numbers of this guy,
Yeah, but
right?
you're saying that, but then in Ant-Man 3, which I did watch in cinemas, mind you, in Portugal, I should say.
yeah.
They had every version of Kang being played by Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, he
I
was
mean,
all-
legitimately, who would have cared if they just said, "Yep, the guy who played him is an abuser. We're just gonna replace him." I think
I don't think anyone would have
I
cared.
don't think
but
people would have cared.
I always
You-
view it as a
you-
business thing because businesses
Mm.
love to have a consistent face. And I also know this.
Yeah.
Star Wars does this every single fucking time. Every single time Star Wars does this, every single time they refuse to recast. They literally only recast if someone has freshly died. That is the only time they do it. And even then, they
Even
don't.
then,
They don't.
even when someone has died, they brought them back to life with CG. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw that with Moff Tarkin in Rogue One.
Yeah. And like that's like it's just And
Yeah.
it could probably also have some fingers points at obviously these companies' owners, which is obviously Disney. Disney probably views it as like they're like the face. Their faces are so like are an association of the
Yeah.
franchise. Taking that away from it, you can't like. It's a strange one. They don't like doing
Yeah.
recasts and they don't like replacing people. And usually the
To be
way
fair,
they handle it, like best example I will give. I know it's a bit of a tangent. Do you guys remember Cara Dune from Mandalorian? Yeah.
yeah,
The actor who played her was a big anti-vaxxer apparently. So
Mhm.
Lucasfilm dropped her, and the TV show she was going to be in got cancelled, and she never showed up in the Mandalorian again. She became a named mention and was never nothing. She doesn't exist anymore. She basically doesn't exist. They've just removed her from existence entirely.
but she's a side character. It's very difficult when mind you, this was about a couple of years. I think it was like 2021,
I know
2022.
with Kang
When
it's
they
probably quite a bit
when they
different,
announced,
but
yeah, because he was meant. They literally named the whole movie Kang Dynasty.
I know with Kang
So
it is a
it's
bit
a
of a
bit
difference.
different.
But
But to be fair, Marvel have done a few recasts. They've recast Ed Norton with Mark Ruffalo. They recast Terrence
but that was
with Don Cheadle.
that was a long before.
Very, very early on, though.
That was
and
long
also
before Disney buyout.
They recast Thunderbolt Ross in Captain America.
oh yeah, again he died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and also, I mean, if you're gonna recast him with Harrison Ford, I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like it's a pretty
but
solid
to be-
replacement. To be fair,
and obviously you had, the most famous example, Chadwick Boseman with Black Panther. They didn't recast that.
they just made it
I
so
think-
obviously which is also a thing that I know does happen in Marvel Comics. Yeah, they did a different Black Panther instead, which was a cool idea. I like that.
Yeah, I think they made the best of the situation they had.
Yeah,
man, I'm just full of controversial opinions today. I liked Wakanda Forever. I thought it's probably the best out of Phase 5.
Oh, Wakanda
Was-
Forever's the one with Namor.
Yeah, so Phase
Yes.
4. Sorry, it's Phase 4 because
Yes,
it's the end of
I
Phase
did
4.
watch that movie.
Yeah.
You've just flashbanged that movie back into my mind again.
I still think they
Oh, it's a bit.
maybe they could still do it if they're heading towards a reboot, which I think is what this is all heading towards. But I honestly think they should have recast Chadwick Boseman.
But let me ask you, who would you have recast the Chadwick Boseman then?
I'm not sure. I'm going to be brutally honest there.
I know.
I'm not
Look,
sure. I like the way they handled it.
Yeah, I like the way.
But
they've done
if
differently,
I was in charge of that decision making process, I would say we're gonna want to find someone like.
but the thing is,
Don't say like, oh, it's Black Panther from another universe. Just say it's still him. It's still the same guy, and then dedicate the movie to Chadwick Boseman. That's what I would have done. But obviously, I'm not
yeah.
the decision maker at Marvel Studios.
Oh, so I do think they did it in a more. It still did it in a tasteful way. The movie, in a sense, was basically it was almost an in memoriam for him.
And
then
also, I did
he
like the
wasn't
movie. I did like the
necessarily-
way they handled it.
He wasn't.
But I think
necessarily
essentially
replaced
they've
as
had
much
to
as, like,
write out that character completely now, which is I think a huge shame.
Yeah, it is.
It is a shame. But I'm honest, yeah, I can't name anyone else that I would choose to replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa's Black Panther.
There's
Yeah.
definitely somebody that could. It's just it would be in the same universe. I don't know. If they did like a different universe, like Black Panther adaptation, I could probably.
Well, I think that's what we're going to see. I think eventually, if they do a reboot after Secret Wars, which is apparently the plan, they'll just. Actually, I
Yeah.
heard people throw around Digimon Husu.
Oh,
Digimon Hunter, he's already in the MCU. He was one of the Ravagers in Guardians.
Yeah, look.
yeah, but like no one knows who that is. That's the difference, though. Like
No, but it's like, yeah, I know.
he is
Uh,
generic guy number 157. That is like
Yeah.
that is a face you can reuse or replace.
They recast, especially in the Netflix shows, they redid a lot of people.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at him now, he does seem a bit old.
You need someone in their like 30s.
Yeah.
As far as other movies, I'm excited. I don't know if you guys are Avatar fans, but Avatar: Aang the Last Airbender releases on Paramount Plus this week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, because the Paramount are doing it now, aren't they? Paramount are the ones. doing
Yes,
all of it,
yeah. So I think the movie was originally scheduled to be released in October, and originally it was meant to have a cinematic release, but Paramount said it's going to be streaming only.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
this was the movie that got leaked like half a year ago.
Yeah.
I swear.
No, it was back in, I think, like March or April. It got leaked. A few people watched it, but I know a lot of people that didn't watch the leak and were waiting for it to be released.
I mean,
Uh,
I
the
felt bad.
film-
I wanted to watch it, but I decided not to.
The film sounded
Yeah,
a bit
I-
disappointing. Like
I
there
didn't-
sounded
I
like there
didn't
was a
watch
lot
it.
of disappointment behind the scenes. Like I think a lot of the people who worked on the movie, especially now it's going to streaming and definitely not
Yeah.
getting paid anywhere near the amount they should be
They-
anymore.
they're not. Yeah, the creative team behind the movie definitely aren't happy.
I think
but
it
I
going
will
to
say-
streaming has like fucked the studio behind it, like respectfully.
Oh,
It's
100%.
fucked them.
100%. Like, and also obviously there's meant to be a new Avatar series coming this year, Seven Havens, which is the sequel to Legend of Korra. People are excited about that. But I will say a couple of early reviews for the Avatar have been very positive. I think it's currently sitting at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Other movies, obviously Spider-Man coming out next week.
I think if I'm going to be more positive on the MCU, yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day just looks fantastic.
Brand New Day does look like it's gonna be
absolutely.
really fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's the
don't-
one.
I think-
Ooh, that is the one thing I do want to say. I don't know if it's just me, but when I watched the the new Avengers trailer, it did just look very grey and brown and kind of dull. Like it didn't look like it had a lot of color. Like it looked
What's
like
Avengers. I remember the Avengers Endgame trailer was like that.
yeah, but
But that's a much bleaker movie.
I like this movie's still going to be bleak, but I think you can't like you can't just have it where every Avengers movie is just grey,
Brown.
brown, and with a bit of blue sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the
Mm.
fact that you're doing it again, and I can notice that they've done it again, is annoying. Especially when the new Spider-Man movie is so bright and colorful. Like it's
The thing is, right?
it's
I
just
mean, if your
disappointing.
if you've just been shooting with Christopher Nolan and then you walk onto a Marvel set, you're just gonna be like, nah, okay, no, we're gonna do this better.
Which is apparently
and-
what Tom
yeah.
Holland did. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Tom Holland did that with Spider-Man because obviously I think he was doing Odyssey, Spider-Man more or less back to back.
Yeah.
And he had calls with Nolan during the filming of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And he said, after having the call, he would say to like the production of Spider-Man Brand New Day, look, we're going to do things differently. We're going to do it practically.
I've just been on the phone with Christopher Nolan.
Me and Christopher Nolan are great friends, and let me tell you, he thinks you're doing this terribly. We are
Me and my
redoing this
good friend
entirely.
Christopher Nolan.
My good friend Chris Nolan.
By the end of the shooting of Brand New Days, I bet you anything the director of that movie just hates Tom Holland now. Just
Well, no,
like,
apparently-
I can't believe this. Like, why?
Oh, this irritating little shit. He
This
makes
an-
one real movie and he thinks he's fucking
This
Leonardo DiCaprio.
This annoying British kid thinks he's Leonardo DiCaprio. Ah, curses!
Yeah.
Why did they get him on a real movie set?
Other movies, Street Fighter.
Yeah. Oh god, I completely forgot that movie existed.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun. That seems like
I have little to say in prep for it, to be fair. It will be funny to watch. It's either going to be fun and a decent movie, not a good movie, but
or
a
an
decent
absolute
movie,
train wreck.
or it's going to be terrible, but it'll still be funny, so it's whatever.
I kind of want it to be bad.
I-
I think it's actually going to be pretty good, but I want it to be bad just because of how funny it will be.
I picture it's probably going to be exactly on par with Mortal Kombat 2
Kombat.
in the fact
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 is an incredibly forgettable, like 6 out of 10.
Mm.
Like that sounds
But
bad.
I don't want a forgettable 6 out of 10. I want an absolute train wreck minus 2 out of 10.
Yeah, but
I
feel
want a
it's-
movie that'll be memed for generations.
Film I know you two will care about, Godzilla Minus Zero, is
Oh,
November.
I've
this
not
year.
actually watched the trailer for that because I just want to go in
No,
completely
neither
blind.
have I am also looking forward to it. I'm quite excited.
I
to see what
saw
they
the
do.
trailer. I
Minus
saw the
1. I watched.
is
Are you gonna finish what you're saying?
go on, you go ahead.
Minus 1 is the only movie I've actually watched in like legit full size IMAX,
Oh,
and I think that's going to be well. I think Godzilla is probably the best thing to watch in IMAX just for the sense of scale.
Hmm. Yeah, you said it multiple times. It's an amazing, and everyone knows that one scene in the movie where it just goes silent and the whole cinema is silent.
Yeah.
Yet the whole cinema was completely silent. So I
I
was.
Yeah, go ahead, go sorry.
And I was just gonna say, just I was just completely blown away by Godzilla
I'm not
minus
surprised.
one, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the what minus zero has to say.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know one guy. I would say he's probably the biggest Godzilla fan I know. He saw Godzilla minus one in cinemas 26 times.
Jesus
26?
Christ.
26.
But everyone wants to be the Dune guy.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did say he took like his friends and family to like various screenings, like, and it was all
Still,
different each
that's
time.
that
But
is a bit
20,
ridiculous. Friends,
yeah,
you could
I
take
think
so many friends and family before you have just watched the film 20 times by yourself. Like that is a bit much. You know what I mean?
the most I have seen a movie in cinemas is twice.
Yeah,
That is the most.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I watched.
actually I think I ended up seeing X-Men Days of Future Past 3 times in the cinema.
I
Not
saw.
because I wanted to, but just that's what was on.
Yeah, I saw Across the Spider-Verse twice with two different groups of people. But that was about
That's a good movie, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right.
As far as the
To be
other, as far as other, like two other movies I'm excited for this year, Clayface,
all Clayface.
and this is part of the
Clayface looks like
new
it's going to
DC
be-
new DC cinematic universe with James Gunn. I am very interested to see how they handle full like DC horror.
Again, it's been
And
a really great year for horror movies.
The trailer itself is like grim. Like watching it was like,
it's quite it's very dark.
It's a
Like I didn't
disturbing
expect it to
trailer.
go the way it was going.
Yeah, it's a
Body
disturbing
horror
trailer.
just irks me so much. So I
Yeah.
really do want to see this movie, but I'm just like, it's gonna be a hard watch for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might have to wait
And
a while before. I
wait,
was gonna say it's body horror enough to the point where I might just not end up watching it in cinemas and just waiting for it to come to streaming.
I'll watch it in cinemas. I'll watch it in cinemas, and I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
And I think the other big movie I'm kind of excited for is Brad Bird's Ray Gun.
Yeah, I mean, like so we were talking about it last week when we were talking about The Incredibles. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. And obviously Dune 3 as well.
Yeah. I feel like
that's
we don't
another
need
one
to
to watch.
explain why we're excited for that. That's just kind of like we're excited.
Yeah, exactly. I think we touched on it earlier, but I think the last thing I kind of want to talk about is the current state of cinema in 2026, and not just the films themselves, but I'm also talking about like the cinema experience. I'm just gonna like not rant for a couple of minutes, but I just want to like my mom's been taking me to the cinemas ever since I was a kid, so I've always loved that big screen experience of watching it in the cinemas, and that's something that's always stuck with me. I don't remember as much when I was younger, but so much more now. I notice it, and I don't know if it's something that's always existed and I've just never noticed it, or I'm noticing it, or it's something I've noticed now. But it's just the lack of cinema etiquette that exists, like people talking through movies, people like throwing popcorn, people just leaving a mess everywhere, people on their phones. It ruins the experience for other people that have paid money to go see something on the big screen. And
Absolutely.
for some people it's expensive, for some people it's not. But like if you're just going to be on your phone or talk, I'm gonna be honest, don't come to the cinema if you're just going to be on your phone the whole time. And I prefer going to a more expensive cinema because I know I'm not going to get the riffraff there. I know the only other people that are going to be there are people that actually want to see this movie.
One of the best cinema going experiences I've had, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this actually, there's a small theatre near Chinatown in London called the Prince Charles Theatre, and they were doing I think, a 45mm showing of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Ooh.
Wait,
And
45mm.
it was 45mm or 20, whatever the most
Yeah.
important one is.
35.
65mm? 35.
It's either 35 or 70. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah. And obviously, 2001 is a very, very good film. But what I really loved actually was around the middle of the film, there's an intermission. And obviously, I know why cinemas don't do that. It's because they want to fill as much time as they can. They don't want any dead time. They want time where people are watching movies so they can pay to watch movies, so they can squeeze in as many screenings as possible. They don't want 10, 15 minutes of dead time. But it basically
exactly.
allowed people to, get up, get something to drink, go to the toilet, and discuss the movie in, a reasonable way, and then it resumed. And then we all got it out of our system and we all watched the movie.
I think it was just
It's-
a testament to cinema's change.
Sorry, go on.
I guess it's a testament to how cinema's changed, I think, a lot as well. Because looking back at like the start of like cinema, like the real start of cinema, you used to go
When the
sit-
Minions got involved.
Yeah, when the Minions got involved. You used to go to the cinema, and you could go to the cinema for like 7 hours, and it was treated like watching daytime TV. Like you just skim through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they'd be showing the news.
Yeah, they'd show the news. Like it was like that was just how they did things at the time. And then obviously progressively going on longer and longer, it came more about like the big blockbusters and things like that. I think
Yeah.
movie etiquette has always been a bit fluctuational. I think it depends on the era of movie, and it depends on kind of what kind of movies are coming out. I think these last like few years has been pretty bad. I think especially because we're at such a point where like everyone's brains are fried, like dopamine shit. Yeah, everyone's fried for dopamine, like so people's attention spans are just terrible. And I mean, like, it's just how things are now. I mean, it's not great, and I imagine it probably won't change, but it is just kind of how it is, I think, now.
I do agree with you. I think, especially in the past few years, I think it's like 2020, 2021 onwards, because obviously we had the pandemic, we didn't have people going to the cinemas, we had things coming straight to streaming.
COVID
I
did a
get
lot
the
of
convenience.
damage.
Yeah,
did a lot of damage.
COVID did a lot of damage. I get the convenience of streaming. I do. Like you can play pause, get your snacks and whatever. You can go to the bathroom, whatever. But it's not the same as the big screen experience. Like watching this on like a 30-foot screen.
Oh yeah.
It's with like 20 surround sound speakers, and like you have this kind of like collective experience with other people.
Yeah.
It's unmatched, like watching it at home.
I mean, I've been watching a lot less TV lately because I don't own a TV right now. I've just got a tablet, and so I've been watching a lot less movies at home because I don't want to watch them on a tablet. If it's something I've seen before, it's fine. But
Yeah.
when I want to watch movies, I want to watch
Yeah.
movies on a big screen, at least a TV.
I think I
Yeah,
don't
to be
think
fair-
I really watch much at home anymore, to be honest with you.
To be fair, I
I
mean, I know
hardly
you've
really watch
sorry, go on.
No, sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't really think I watch much stuff at home anymore. I hardly even rewatch things anymore. I tend to just watch occasionally like a TV show I'm interested in that's new. I don't know, it's strange. I think I've grown more attached to going to the cinema now as an adult than I think I did when I was younger. It's strange. It's a weird thing I've noticed. But yeah.
It's I mean, to be fair, I know you've come to my house to watch, I think, Mission Impossible 4,
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol, and obviously we watched all 3 Lord of the Rings
Mm.
at my house. And yeah, because I do have the kind of TV for us to watch it on. But I do get what you mean. Avatar, yes, we watched both Avatar movies at my house before the third one came out. But yeah, I do absolutely agree with you. I don't want to be watching stuff on my tablet unless I've watched it before. Like the stuff I watch on my tablet is purely like TV shows. Like right now, I'm Avatar: The Last Airbender before the movie comes out, and I can watch that on my tablet because I've seen it before. But if I'm watching a new movie, I don't want to be watching that on my tablet. I want to be watching that on as big a screen as possible. I want to watch it on the biggest screen with the biggest speakers possible because that is how you enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
And like street people, I feel like a level of it is kind of laziness because people don't want to go out and watch a movie as like they used to. People just want to watch it at home. I know some
Well,
people don't like
I
going to the
can't
cinema. Like
I can't fault
my
people
dad's
for
one.
being like that though,
Yeah.
because people are encouraged to be like that. It's not like entirely on them.
Hmm.
Like the industry, again, throughout COVID, encouraged you to not go outside and just sit down and enjoy stuff at home instead of going out and experiencing it, doing it outside. Which is like it's a bit unfortunate that I think.
It is annoying. Um, but as I say, it speaks to the state of cinema where it's like the state of enjoying cinema is very different to how it was like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Um, like even like I said, I'll probably go to the cinema maybe once, twice a month. Like I think last month, I think I went like 5 times. But I've really noticed it. People talking in the cinema, people like being on their phones. It's like, one, you've paid money to come out. Why are you talking through a movie and being on your phone the whole time? It doesn't make sense. It's
It's a strange one.
I say it is a strange one. I am glad. I think this year there has been a lot more reason to go to the cinema.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
definitely think so as well.
yeah, like you had a lot of like good blockbusters. I mean, you had obviously the Marvel movie, which got a lot of people of the. You had
What I was
Project
going
Hail
to say
Mary,
was apparently
Obsession.
it's been the biggest year for the box office since
Yes,
2019.
That's unsurprising.
yes, it has. Yeah, it's
That's
been the
very
biggest year for
unsurprising.
box office since 2019. Also, The Odyssey had the biggest IMAX box office since Endgame. I think. Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah, I think it made the most money for IMAX since Endgame. Mm.
That's
And like, hold on, wait. I'm
fair
trying to think. How many
enough.
movies have I seen this year? One, two. I've been to the cinema 13 times this year.
Damn.
And like I said, there's a lot of quality cinema this year, and I feel like is kind of that recovery to the big screen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I think is important
Oh
because
yeah.
there's so much. Again, it's not just watching on the big screen. Even that I've said, I want to watch it on, but it's that collective experience of watching it with other people, and you're enjoying something in sync and in the same motions with other people.
Yeah.
That just makes it so much more enjoyable.
Yeah. I think so as well. Because I mean, I had a little look, and I'm like, yeah, I've been to the cinema like 9 times this year. I'm like, that's more than I do tend to do for multiple years at a time. Which is like, I this year I think especially I've just it's felt more, I guess, almost right to do so. It's a strange one.
Yeah, and obviously you've had like young creators breaking out. Obviously, Obsession, Backrooms, like these guys started on YouTube. It's like there's a new generation of directors and filmmakers out there that are putting their stories out in the world.
Oh yeah.
As long as they're putting the stories out in the world, I will go see them, and I will get a very expensive popcorn and drink whilst I do so.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Again, there's so much of that. It's that culture of going to the cinema that I think it's been like so ingrained to me since I was like really young. That you're switching off from the outside world. Just you can. It's a different experience. You're switching off for like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours, and you're enjoying something.
Yeah.
It's
It's always quite
it's
hard
surreal.
to explain or rationalize it because it is such a weird
Yeah,
feeling, I think.
yeah. It's. I think obviously I think that's probably just how we're seeing it. There's probably some who don't care to go to the cinema. Fine, that's your
Yeah.
choice.
I think
But
everyone's entitled. Like you don't have to
yeah,
watch something else. Like just
well,
because
you don't have to.
which is again to clarify to all viewers, we just because we sound like a bunch of old miserable moody bastards about it, you can do it. You can enjoy films however you want. Entertainment's to
Yeah.
be enjoyed however you like. It doesn't really
Exactly.
matter. You can watch it. The joke of you can watch it the way Christopher Nolan intended. You can watch it on a terrible little TV in a hospital. You can watch it how you want.
No,
No one
I'm
actually.
I'm going to watch the Odyssey a year later on the plane as Christopher Nolan
Yeah,
intended.
exactly.
Of course.
You
of
can
course.
watch. You can watch anything.
Watch
how...
it on the plane to Greece.
Exactly. You can watch it how any film or any TV show, however you like. It's just I think we're trying to just explain why we think going to the cinema is important. I think is one of the best
Yeah.
ways to put it.
I would like to end with a quote from Keanu Reeves. I love movies.
Round of applause.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
quote from
okay.
Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful.
I thought there was going to be more to the.
beautiful
I thought there was
quote.
gonna be more
Beautiful
to it.
quote. No, it's a beautiful quote.
Oh.
Well,
Okay. I mean,
I guess
yeah. That's our thoughts.
Yeah.
Look, we all have like really strong connections to the big screen, and we want to see this as something that not only survives but thrives for decades to come.
Yeah.
Because it's an experience, and it's not just the money you're putting down. It's the enjoyment factor, and I think that is something that's very much being missed. Just one question: did you have fun? Yes. Excellent.
Great.
That's not time wasted.
And even if the film wasn't that great, I mean, you can have fun making fun of it. That's kind of one of the fun
course.
parts of it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, The Room.
Oh, they're recreating The Room as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
With Bob Odenkirk. Oh, we're not gonna get into that, but yeah,
Uh,
We should do an episode on The Room, I think, because it's a very interesting movie.
Oh yeah,
a topic for another day.
yeah. Well, I
Yes.
think that's a perfect place to leave it.
All right, internet. Hope you enjoyed this new episode. Please give it a like, share, follow, subscribe, and we hope, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And always follow Zeus's law.
Exactly.
All right, stay safe, internet.
Bye.
Goodbye.